Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in that video today, and we're going to be going over the Monday Night Football game from today as the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Colts 24-17 in a close game. It was kind of I consider it a close game. It was a fun game to watch, and we're going to go over it, and so yeah. So we're going to start with the scoring summary as the Steelers, in their first drive, they drive down the field 48 yards in 10 plays and score a field goal to make it 3-0. No other scores in the first quarter. Then, right in the beginning of the second quarter, with 14 minutes remaining, the Steelers, on a short drive, Matthew Wright knocks in a 52-yard field goal to make it 6-0. Then, with 7 minutes remaining, Najee Harris runs it up for a touchdown. Matthew Wright makes the extra point. Then it is a 13-0 game. With 3 minutes and 48 seconds, the Colts knock in their first points of the game. Chase McLaurin knocks in a 51-yard field goal. It is 13-3. Then with 56 seconds to go before halftime, Matthew Wright knocks in a 25-yard field goal, and it was 16-3. In the third quarter, the Colts' first drive, I think the Steelers turned the ball over on this drive because it shows that it was only a 19-yard drive by the Colts, and they scored a touchdown. So I would bet something happened there. The Colts didn't just start at the 19-yard line. But Jonathan Taylor runs it in. McLaurin makes an extra point, and it's 16-10. Right before the start of the fourth quarter, the Colts score a touchdown. Michael Pittman with a 6-yard touchdown grab from Matt Ryan. McLaurin makes the extra point, and the Colts take their first lead of the night after they come back from 13-0. And then with 9 minutes and 55 seconds, the Steelers have a great drive to start the fourth quarter. And Matt Ryan for a second. Then Benny Snell Jr., who played in his first snaps this season and led the Steelers in rushing yards today. He ran it in for a 2-yard touchdown. Kenny Pickett, then they go for two. Kenny Pickett completes a pass to George Pickens for the 2-point conversion, and the Steelers would win 24-17. Let's go over passing leaders, rushing leaders, receiving leaders. Pickett was 20 for 28 with 174 yards, passing yards. Matt Ryan was 22 for 34 with 199 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Benny Snell Jr. with 12 carries, 62 yards, 1 touchdown. And then for the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, 20 carries, 86 yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving yards, George Pickens with 3 receptions, 57 yards. And Woods with 8 receptions and 98 yards. Let's go to the full box score to check it all out. Najee Harris had 10 carries, 35 yards. He had 1 touchdown and got hurt in this game. Kenny Pickett had himself 32 rushing yards as well. Deontay Johnson and Kenny Pickett connected 5 times, most receptions for the Steelers today, but he had 49 yards. Pat Freiermuth had 3 receptions and 39 yards, and that was the biggest receiving yards for the Steelers. For the Colts, Michael Pittman had 7 receptions, 61 yards, and 1 touchdown. Mo Ali Cox had 2 receptions, 14 yards, and Paris Campbell had 2 receptions and 14 yards. So there was a fumble, and that's how the Colts had scored that drive. I think that's an O-lineman that fumbled, and the Colts recovered, and that's how the Colts scored the touchdown. Now, the Steelers did get an interception in this game. That's by Petrie. I think that's how you say his name. And yeah, this was a really fun game to watch. The Colts made a nice comeback from 13-0, but did fall short. They made some bad decisions at the end. They were driving down the field. I think the big thing that they didn't call a timeout. Honestly, I really don't know because I wasn't watching this game. I was watching the Rockets game. I was watching basketball. I watched the first quarter of this game. It was kind of an interesting first quarter to watch. I turned the TV. I changed the channel when it was 6-0, and I was only checking in every once in a while. And I watched the last drive, and I didn't really understand what's going on because I turned the TV on or I changed the channel back to the Colts game with in the middle of their drive, and I think what they were saying was that they didn't call timeout, a lot of clock wasted. But I do know the Colts, they were driving, they got all the way to the 30, 25, somewhere around there, and they went forward on a 4th and 4, threw an incomplete pass, which was a weird call. Could have been called a pass interference, or there could have been a flag on the field. They didn't no call, and the Steelers won the game. So this was an interesting game. I'm going to go back and watch the highlights because I feel kind of clueless here. But I usually watch most Monday Night Footballs, but today wasn't really that interesting. I mean, this was not the best matchup-wise for Monday Night Football. Obviously, the schedule makers before the season thought the Colts were going to be better, and they've just not been what they were expected to be. And I think the Steelers have actually been all right this season, to be honest. I know they're 4-7, but I think they've been all right with a rookie quarterback. I think 4-7 is an all right record with a rookie quarterback. But so that's really it for the video. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Good win for the Steelers. Their playoff hopes are alive. I know 4-7 record for the Colts. Well, technically 4-7-1 record for the Colts. I would probably count them out of the playoffs right now for sure, because so if you win out the rest of the season, then that means you've gone 9-7. I don't think 9-7 is enough to make it in the playoffs, and I don't think they would win out. So then you're looking at 8-8-1. So I don't think they'll even get close to winning out. I could see them winning maybe I don't even know. I'm just saying this out of not even know their schedule, which I'll check after the video. But I could see them finishing 2-3, which goes into a 6-10-1 record. So I would say the Colts' playoff chances are pretty much over. The Steelers are slim to the Steelers have very hard playoff chances, and they have a better record than the Colts. So that's really it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out.